Okay. Richard, yeah, your thoughts?
I wasn't 100% sure you were fully confident through all of that. How did you feel? I couldn't really see your hand. The volumes rose and dropped. I didn't know whether that was a confidence thing, because you changed quite a lot of that, which was really impressive. And I thought what you did was really quite cool, actually. You changed the track, and you actually made it quite rock and rolly, actually. It was, I mean, in terms of accuracy, that means I wouldn't be able to say such great things for accuracy, but in terms of musicality, it was actually really good and it fitted. So overall, I mean, the way up of those two is that, okay, it wasn't so accurate to the piece, but your interpretation and musicality you added to it actually made it quite cool. My only question would be, you know, how did you feel? Were you feeling comfortable with your level of your amp? Did you hear yourself? Because sometimes it just was like you actually played quieter, and I don't think it was actually to embellish the piece, it was less or more about the fact that you weren't 100% sure what was going on. So that would be the only thing I would probably say.
Okay,
and was it too fast for you? Because I'm sure that wasn't 130 BPM. Was it?
Yeah, it slowed down a bit fast. Like, it was a bit quick. When we were on the solo, I was like, why am I getting this slow?
But yeah, I mean, but otherwise, it was actually quite a cool interpretation. Even though it's a bit faster, it actually did have a feel, more of a rock and roll-y feel about it. So I was quite impressed with that. It was really good.
cool.
The tempo injection actually made it a bit more. When I heard it, I was like, oh, I actually read it. I mean, I've got how many times I've heard this song and how many times you guys have heard it and played it. So actually, if you said, yeah, we decided to do it a little bit faster because we wanted to speed it up, then I would take that as a musical kind of gesture towards it.
Cool. And grades?
Yeah, because musicality is definitely a merit, because I thought what you did was great. Accuracy would be a pass just because of the bits. There's always going to be a trade-off there, you know. But I thought it was great. The one thing I'd say about that is if you're trying to marry the two, is that if you think about your accuracy, make sure you play what it says on the sheet, and when there are gaps, and if you want to embellish things, and certainly with the time in the solo, use that to use your musical kind of know how to kind of embellish it a bit. So that was a pass for the musicality, a merit for musicality, a pass for accuracy, and communication, probably pass again. I wasn't 100% sure on the old accuracy thing. Again, because of the speed thing, you should have nodded dead on beat 2 when you knew it was too fast. So yeah, otherwise it was good. Well done.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Rob?
I thought it was a bit fast, but again, like it could have been quite nice if you were going to go for a hell for leather version, something a bit different. But I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that or not. But yeah, there are ways of once you've realised you've gone too fast. Usually, it's the singer at the front who'll turn around to you within the first few bars and just stare at you as if they could kill you. You know in seconds what you've done, and then slowly but surely you put the brakes on when no one really notices. You don't just drop down, you know. So that's something you'll learn over time with experience, you know. But I think you held it quite well, but then it did drop. Which was a bit of a shame, because I thought if you held on to it, we were just going to have it, but then you sort of went, ooh, and it was pretty quick, rather than sort of gradual come down. And I also thought the fills in the little choke section, you seemed a bit panicked, you didn't seem like they were just flowing. You were like, oh, it's here, I've got to do something, blah, oh, that was not so good. And then for the next one, you're like, oh, this is better. But by then, you could have embellished it a bit more by just thinking, right, I'm here, I've prepared something, because those little times for a drummer, you don't get many times to shine. Sometimes, not that you have to go crazy, but something musical in that space that you don't feel that you're tripping over. I just felt you chipped over a little bit. The ideas were nice. I could see if you tried to do them again for me now, if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, you'd play them perfectly. You stopped and started in the right place. Again, a shame we're not using the dynamics enough. A bit like the last, like Will. It'd be good if you thought at the beginning you can really bring those dynamics up and then sort of level out a bit, just so the whole band dips. Because a lot of times, if you get louder, they'll get louder with you. And if you get softer, they'll get softer with you. Even though sometimes you may think they're not listening, they do. So the drummer can really govern in a lot of different styles what actually happens. And in that music, it's actually given the crescendos and stuff. You should know where they are and just use them really. Communication, you tried. You did look, and I see these two guys were looking as well. I think that was kind of a pass. You did try, sheepishly. Style, I thought was good. I thought that was a pass. I think the arrangement was a merit. You did stop and start in the right place. I can't deny that, and it was the right rhythm and everything. I think musicality, just because of those few things about your dynamics and the fills, I'll have to just say a pass on that. I think.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So what was comms? What was the comms grade on that?
Just a pass, I think.
Pass, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Over to Duncan. Thank you, Rob.
Okay, very accurate. As far as I can follow it, that was tidy playing. You obviously learned the part.
Yeah.
A good start. Had at least a week, so that's good. But yeah, you played it very tidily as well. You knew what you were doing. You weren't, struggling to find the notes or anything, which is great. The tempo change upset you a bit, didn't it? I could see you were should I join in or should I stay where I am? You've just got to trust the drummer in that situation. There's no point arguing. You just go with it. Try and pick up the change as quick as you can, and just go with it. There's no point standing your ground somewhere, especially when you're trying to play a part accurately. Solo, great ideas. Seem to be affected by the tempo thing. You weren't quite sure how big the gap was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I know I've got to do something here, but I'm not sure when they're going to come in again, so I'm not quite sure where So, great ideas, didn't quite come off that time. If you did it again, you'd probably be fine. It's just one of those things that happens, so, yeah.
Okay, and grades?
Accuracy is definitely a merit. Generally, I'd say a pass.
Okay. Okay. Right.